Well, hello, Kim.
Danny, good to see you.
Good to see you. So, Medium Kim, one of the best mediums on the planet.
Well, okay, thank you.
All right.
Yeah, yeah. Uh-huh.
Um, and last time we did a video, I think it was ET Week.
Oh, yes. Oh,
Um,
yeah. There's that, and there's been a lot of VT activity since then.
you think?
All the
Yes, I
time.
agree with I agree with you. More
Yes.
and more stuff has been coming out.
Yep.
But in between that time, we've had a lot of negativity, a lot of stuff happening on the planet. And you being one of the most positive, uplifting people, I wanted to get an idea, just chat with you to figure out, to get some better, more clearer
Yeah. Yes.
ideas on how we stay in the light, how we help trouble spots that we are now seeing in the world when we're half a world away. Because I think there is a good way to do that, but it's not by focusing in on all the negative stuff.
Exactly. I think, Danny, focusing in and finding your center, finding your grounding cord, finding what brings you back to center, and also what brings you joy is something that
Yeah.
we have to do to survive this. Because if we don't, if we go down that dark path, staying only in the dark and focusing on the dark makes the dark bigger. It gives the
Yeah.
dark more energy. We want to give energy to the light. And of course,
Right.
it's going to be individual for everybody, what they do.
Yeah. And finding that joy is it's so difficult sometimes when we're focused on just, well, I don't think we can find the joy when you turn on any kind of news, because they're not programmed for that.
No.
At least in the US, they're not programmed for that at all. On other countries, I think it's a little different, but US news, it's they just want to keep you in that funk.
It's almost like brainwashing to me,
Yeah.
or mind control. That's what
Right.
it feels like to me. The whole TV or media or however you get your news. At least, yeah, you're right. In America, because I know, like when I was in Ecuador, no, wasn't like that.
No. And just looking at when I look at regular TV news, which I hardly do, I'll catch bits and pieces of it, like on YouTube. So I'm not watching commercials, just little glimpses of it. I don't know if that's the best way to get it, but then I'm also reading some articles. But when you look at the drug companies telling you, ask your doctor how sick you are, take this, like,
Yeah.
that is a form of brainwashing. Oh my
It is.
God, I may have irritable bowel syndrome.
Yes. Well, when I was in nursing school and we were learning about the different diseases, as soon as you're learning one, you think, oh, I've got that. Oh, I've got that. We were all doing that. Oh, I've got that. Yeah, it's easy to be controlled in the mind.
Easy.
Easy.
Well, and so is it easy? Is it easier to think? Let me go back. When I was in grade school, they said that it's easier to smile. It takes 2 muscles to smile. It takes 10 muscles to frown, or something like that. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I do remember that. And I remember when I used to teach jazzercise, by the way. So I used to, back a while ago, teach jazzercise. And we were always taught about smiling. And I would tell everybody in class, smile, because and actually just right now, when I'm even thinking about smiling, it changes my body, the way my body feels. I can feel my body tingle when I smile, even if I don't mean to smile, if I'm pretending to smile or whatever. It does change your chemistry somehow.
Right. So why do we feel like it's easier to stay in the dark, in the negative, versus moving to the light?
Whew. Well, because it takes a little bit of work.
It's an easy question.
Yeah. Well, because we get maybe a little lazy. Maybe also we get sucked in, like, oh my gosh, what's going to happen? They make it so dramatic. It's a drama.
Yeah.
And so we get sucked into the story. But the thing is, the most important story of all is our own light, and that we have connection to the source. And that is the most important story, to get to know your own story, your own place of wisdom. And that's why I believe even in most Christian religions, or even Catholic, they don't teach you so much about meditating. They do if it's called a mystical Christian, but they don't, because you get to know yourself. And when you know yourself, you can be wiser. And what's coming at you, is it a good thing, bad thing? I need to know who I am before I can take that in.
Right. Yeah.
Making sense. So bidding, to me, that's just finding your center, whether that means going to nature, whether that means dancing, singing, art, and the joy, and if you can just even pretend to smile, like go back to what you like to do when you were 5 years old. Some people, by the way, don't even know what joy is, or don't even know what love is. And so those people that cannot remember joy, then can imagine something joyful, or what would they like to have happen. Like maybe they want to go to the beach and they've never been to the beach, or whatever it is. To go back to make up a memory, or go back to a memory that brought joy. And when you think of that, it's instant, changes your brain, changes your body instantly. It's an energy. We're all energy. And so by focusing on a positive, whatever that may be for you, it changes the energy of your body. And so then if you are centered and remember something joyful, it can't be 100% of the time, I realize that, but even if it's just part of the time, even if it's a daily ritual, I'm going to remember joy for 5 minutes today, or whatever it is. And then when you see something that's not joyful, then, okay, I can only take that for a minute, or whatever the limit is, before I know then my joy factor is going down. It's levels, right? Levels. Yeah. And when you get to, say, below a 5, it's time to maybe turn off the news and do something again that you do. Some people like to just walk, or pet their pets, or, be with their family. Make sure your family and friends are ones who are also bringing you joy, though.
Right.
Yeah.
It's even if it's just for a little bit, just to start out with. I find doing something positive every morning to set my day up, so that I can remember that that I'm walking in joy, and not walking in, that's one of the things that I've been saying lately, is that as I walk softly on the earth, I'm also going to be walking in joy, which is really hard when you consider all of the dark forces, not dark, all the energy, the darkness, I guess, that is out there.
I think dark forces is a good word too.
Yeah. But one of the things that we were talking about before this is staying in a higher vibration, and it's not about getting sucked into the rabbit hole with the lower vibration. And we were talking about how do we solve these conflicts, these wars. And it's not with bombs on bombs, which is really difficult. It's love on bombs. And, you just, so that the bombs can't do any harm. And, it's a hard concept for me to grasp. However, when you surround there's so many in our community that are talking about surrounding Ukraine in love and light and in a dome of protection. And you look at, I'm almost going to start tearing up here. You look at Kiev, and how they have been protected in a way, not nearly enough, but it, but they're not run over by, it's
a miracle. It's a miracle,
right? And you look at the destruction, and my personal insides, my guides are saying that the rebuilding process is going to be phenomenal. However, can't we just get to it right now?
Yeah.
But if you looked at the future and how we're all going to be coming together to help that country, but it doesn't help right now. So you still have to layer it with love and not focus on the bad stuff.
I agree, because it's just
and it's hard.
Yeah,
I struggle with it all the time.
Yes, and then we feel guilty, right? A lot of even my son was saying, I feel guilty that I have whatever he was talking about, blueberry muffins this morning. Frozen blueberry muffins that his dad made when his dad was here. I didn't even make them. They're not even fresh, but he still felt guilty that he had that versus, nothing that some people have.
Yeah.
And
I think about the soul contract. If, I go, really? Did they really sign up? Did they really sign up for this?
I don't know.
Or did they say, yeah, I'm going to do that, but I really don't know what it all entails yet. Yeah, I'll help the world heal. I mean, I think I signed up to help the world be a better place. Did they do that, but they just didn't know what they were really signing up for?
Yeah. Good question.
I don't know. I think that might be it.
Yeah. And it's a good question. Yeah, they're heroes, really. And remember that our earth remembers. So when there's been a lot of grief or war, and anywhere in the world, anytime, our earth remembers it through the crystalline grid. So it is like the crystals in the earth that hold memory, just like a crystal. Any crystals hold memory. That's why we can program crystals, right? That they remember, or maybe programming pendulums or whatever. Program, I don't know what, but anyway. So it is helpful if we don't forget because we can help heal the earth by focusing our energy on the crystalline grid that holds the memories. Because when the crystalline grid remembers something, let's just say a war zone, everybody died, and then humans later on, 20 years later, they're going to go by and they feel all that energy. And they may feel like there's even leftover souls that haven't crossed over, but it's really just the crystalline grid that's remembering. And so so it's really helpful if we can still remember to focus on healing the earth. But it's going to take a while, though. We've done an amazing job. And Mary still tells me, I still feel she's been so positive about, and I don't want to get this into all politics, but I just want to say that I've never felt anything, and I could be wrong, of course, she's just so positive about Zelensky being safe.
Yeah.
I know there's more than just one person, but I'm just saying that. So
and when you say Mary, for people who may not know, I don't know why they wouldn't know who you are, but that is
Mother Mary, Virgin Mary, Saint Mary. I just say Mary. Saint Mary, as you can, Saint Mary. She's actually a healer, much more than we know. We think of Jesus as a healer, but she's also a healer. She's told me she's a healer.
Well, where did he get it from? He got it from his mom, of course. What do you think? He just came out and said, I got it? No, she had to teach him. I
Uh-oh, what
hope I
was
don't get
that?
struck down. Lightning bolts coming at me.
Yeah.
See,
Um,
that's my Catholic upbringing. I think that if you say something disrespectful about the higher powers, a lightning bolt is going to come and strike me down. And
oh,
that's not right. That's just not
yeah.
right. But
Yeah.
still, that's my programming that we have to shift and change, right? As we're changing the crystalline grid of the earth, changing that memory.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. Deep.
Right. Right. And and the Earth also has a magnetic grid, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's a north and a south, and our bodies also have a north and a south. Um, I don't know why that's important right now. We can just
Well, yeah, because I think, digging into this, is that the magnetic field would probably change a little bit of the crystalline grid. I'm not that familiar with the crystalline grid energy. You got to go talk to probably Nancy Jean about it, and I'm sure, or Ursi, I'm sure they all have much better knowledge and a base on that. However, if you change your magnetic field, it's going to change the way your body feels
Yes.
in your orientation.
Yes.
Especially, you have crystals in your ears that
Yes.
keep you on track. I know because my crystals have been floating all around my head lately, and
Oh,
I'm way off kill. Some days I can't stand.
oh, wow.
So yeah, it's bad.
Oh my
So anybody want to take a drive with me? It's
goodness.
like that's an interesting trip to the store. Um, so when the magnetic um, uh, poles shift, our crystals in our bodies shift too, and so we are now on a different awareness and trajectory as we're moving forward. So I think this whole magnetic field changing is because as a mariner in a past life, I relied on the magnetic poles of the earth to navigate a boat. And so it was all about navigating using the magnetic forces of the earth. And when those get shifted, how do we navigate our lives? I'm sure it's going to radically shift it. I am positive.
Sure.
I don't know how.
I think that's part of what's going on with our ascension, our vibration, everything. It definitely is shifting. Yes. And you can use, by the way, just a little side jolt here. My words are just, I don't know what's going on with my words today, but magnets, you can use magnets on your body. You've heard of this probably for pain and whatever. Make sure though, if you decide to use that, I want everybody to know, you don't want it permanent. You don't want that magnet on there permanent. You don't want to be on an electric blanket or you're constantly on your phone next to your head. You don't want that for a long time. Same with a magnet on your body. Some people wear these magnets on their wrist or their knee.
Right.
Just think of it as a short thing, a short term. And there is a north and a south on the magnet too. You can put it on your meridian points and flip it and start. But just remember, not long term.
Are crystals attracted to magnets?
Crystals can work the similar.
Maybe,
oh, well, not that way.
Well,
I hadn't thought of that. Actually, you know what though, Danny, crystals do affect our bodies. Okay. Every little thing, we are energy. We're a field of energy. We just think we're solid, but we really are just energy. And so if we have one energy coming into us and our energy is going to either be good or bad or maybe neutral. So you want to, if you're working with crystals, you want to make sure that that resonates with your body. that it makes you feel positive. And you can't say quartz is good. There is no blanket. There is no selenite is good for everybody. There is no obsidian is good for everybody. No, you have to test it for yourself. And it depends on each individual one. It depends on the size. So there is no.
So could you, I saw a video that you did when you were making some, like your special Florida water or something.
Oh, like
spray water.
Spray,
Yeah. You used pendulum on that, didn't you?
I did.
So would you be able to like hold a crystal and then do a pendulum, or do one of those, pushy things?
Yes, an energy test.
Yeah.
I like the energy test for that, to check on if something, like even my jewelry, right? I test it if it's good or not for me. And like for me personally, I'm sensitive, so I can't have anything very big. Darn it.
Right.
The crystals or whatever it is around me have to be small because I'm sensitive. So
little teeny diamonds, then, right? No big 20-carat rock.
But so it's important. Everything around you, the jewelry, yes, the sprays, the essential oils. I mean, we could go around all day and energy test. So many things.
Right. And for me, it's more of without an energy test. It's just a feeling of what's right, what's wrong.
That's
and
right.
Just being sensitive to that, just being aware of there's certain energies, be aware of them. Does this feel right? Does this not feel right? So,
yeah. Yes, and we're going full circle. The energy of the news, you can feel it in your body. Does that match your vibration? Does that make it better, stronger, neutral, or deplete your energy?
Right.
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
And it's instant. It's not not going to take an hour. It's instant. The minute you have a visual or a hear, it's an instant change in your vibration.
And the way they play that crazy, anxious music in our videos in the US, and then if you would just turn that off and put on some other music that there's these YouTube channels where they say playing, I think it's Playing for a Change, and they'll have a song that we all know, or a famous, a well-known song, and they'll have different musicians playing it all over the world. And so they'll have somebody in Africa, they'll have somebody in Monterey, California, they'll have somebody in the Antarctic, or Costa Rica, South America, China, and they're all playing different instruments on the same song. It's so uplifting. It brings such joy. And you see these people doing what they love doing, which is bringing harmony and peace to that piece of music. And it just magnifies. It's so beautiful. It's so great.
Awesome.
If people haven't checked that out, I think it's called Playing for a Change. It's beautiful.
Oh, wow.
Really cool.
That reminds me, I'm in this Wednesday meditation group, and a couple of weeks ago we did a meditation, and one of the ladies said she saw the soldiers dancing in Ukraine, and you just can't figure this out, right? The soldiers are dancing. And I don't know if there's somebody who's playing music. I guess you have to have music to dance. I don't know. But then on the news,
I'm hearing it. You can dance.
Yeah.
I dance, but
Yeah, but there's a video of these soldiers dancing now, and this was before it happened. So she saw it in the meditation, and then I guess it's on video now, spread around on YouTube.
Yeah, yeah. And it goes back to, just it's somehow we have to put love on all of this tragedy that we're seeing.
Yeah.
Just surround it. And it goes back to, should I frown? Should I smile? Smile.
Yes.
Send them a big smile, a big dome of smile.
Yes.
So,
yes.
yeah.
Right. And another thing, people say, well, I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to send prayers. I don't know how to send healing. But just remember, it's the intention, and don't try too hard. It's like if I'm like this and I'm going to try to, I don't know, whatever, and I'm all like this, well, the energy is not going to flow. You have to imagine like the hollow bone, like you talk about being a hollow bone for energy, and allow it to come in and go.
Yeah. Yeah. And one of the keys that you just said for me is don't try too hard. I'm always thinking that I need a little better result from sending out love to Ukraine. Can I get some immediate satisfaction from this, please? Not so much satisfaction, but acknowledgement that this is working. And, and I go, well, maybe I need to try harder. and that's not it. It's just send it out there, let it go, let it do its thing, and you're doing yours. And don't feel guilty about not doing enough. Do what you can, and enjoy a frozen blueberry muffin for them that can't.
Yeah, right. And it all comes from the heart.
Yeah.
And the people that are sending it, I know it's making a greater heart coherence. That changes the world. When we're all incoherent and sending love, that's huge change.
Huge. Yeah. It's so powerful.
Yes.
Whew. It's it's such tough times. I wake up many nights now, and just like in anxious land. And I find that if I can go to a place of sending love out, it keeps me out of anxious land, and it is actually helping. I can feel it. And if you if I make a little story up of me going to Ukraine, with a protective dome, just like a big lid, I feel like it really does help.
Yes.
And then I get to go back to sleep again. And then my dreams have been crazy. They've been off the chart.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. And remember, we're not alone. We have spirit helpers to help us do this. We work, we co-create healing with our spirit team, whatever they may be, angels, guides, departed loved ones, ETs, whoever your spirit team is. And you don't have to hear them. Doesn't matter. You just tell them, they hear you no matter what. And you just ask for the help in sending the healing.
Yeah, that's a great point, because I never go over there without my spirit team. I'm always wrapping myself up in protective light when I go over. And plus, I don't want to go by myself. So, so I invite them along.
Yeah.
And I do most of the talking. Sometimes they tell me, just shut up. Listen. Can you hear? Just listen.
Right.
And I go, okay, I'll shut up, and I keep yakking. So, but yeah, it is important to bring your team with you. You don't want to go there alone.
Right. And they help you all the time, whether you ask them or not, but it's better if you ask. They are definitely more present when you ask.
Yeah. And, I find too that, that asking a couple of times
Uh-huh.
that um, it, it helps me get a sense of them by asking a few times,
Yeah. Yeah.
calling them in. They're busy. They're very busy these days. So, call them a couple of times.
I
Say, no,
know.
I really mean it. I really would like you to be, no, but it does help, not just to say, okay, I want you around, and then you're off to doing something else. Take some time to really focus on asking them to come,
Yes.
taking some deep breaths, change your vibration a little bit to allow them to come in.
Yeah, I love that, Danny. That's such a great idea. And I often nowadays I'll just call their name 3 times, but I love the idea of taking a moment instead of just, oh yeah, I'm doing the dishes here, come on in. No, you want to be sacred because they come in, you meet them better if your vibration is up too. And how can you do that? By taking a few breaths to center. And as you say, you call them in 3 times, whoever, that's wonderful. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah. You have a lot of little gifts to share, Danny, way more. Yeah. Thank you for sharing with us.
You're just getting me back from the very beginning of the video. Where I said that you were one of the most amazing mediums, and you are. And now you're just like trying to get me.
Oh, no, I didn't. No, not at all. Totally. See, my memory's so short. I didn't even remember that.
You need here. Can I give you a crystal?
Okay. Let me energy test it first.
I've been testing it all day. It's a good one.
Oh, nice. It looks good. I can tell. It looks good.
Yeah.
Looks clear.
Okay. It is. It's got a little wing in it. It's got like a hawk's wing in it.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ah, that's really nice. A hawk's wing.
Or angel wings.
Yeah. Yeah. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Love that. Well, thank you, Danny.
So, anything else?
Well.
Do you have any cards you want to throw?
I don't have any right here. Do you?
Okay.
Oh, you do? Yeah, go ahead. Throw a card.
No, we're good. We're good.
Okay.
What else would you like to say?
What, I mean, are you talking about New Mexico?
No. Oh. I wasn't.
Oh,
but you are.
Well, I was just thinking, yeah, I think there's going to be a little trip to New Mexico coming up in the fall. Yeah. Huh. A spiritual retreat. In person. Really? In person.
In person.
An in-person spiritual retreat in the fall in New Mexico. Would you like to go? Would you want to meet there?
Well, I think so.
Okay. Good. I know Susan Lynn wants to go too.
Really?
Yeah.
So it's going to be like the 3 of us?
Yeah.
And others?
The 3 of us, yeah. And we invite. Yeah, invite. Whoever, yeah. We're going to have a good time.
It's so funny. We talked about this before, and you said, I don't think we should announce it. And you go, well, I don't know if I can not announce it. You just not announced it. So anyway.
I did not announce it, not officially, but just between you and me and whoever watches this.
No one else is going to know.
Yeah.
No one else.
Only who watches this. That's it.
Yeah. Who watches it to the end.
That's right. Because that's the secret, isn't it? Yeah.
To
the end. And we haven't decided a date yet, but yeah.
Or really a location.
No,
or we really haven't decided.
We know the state. No, we know the state, and we know
the state.
The season.
Yes.
The state and the season.
So that's pretty cool. We're going to go look for ETs in the New Mexican sky.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Sure.
Yeah. Okay. Well, cool. Okay. I guess that's it.
Okay. Thank you, Danny. Stay in the light.
Yes,
Stay in the light.
absolutely.
Everybody stay in the light.
All right, everybody. Thank you for watching. Thanks for staying with us this long.